Okay, so I was doing some yard work this morning. I thought, this is worth videotaping. We came to our AC, our air conditioning unit, and it hasn't been cleaned for 15 years, been forever. And so I thought, well, I'm going to see what's in here and look around. And so anyway, this is kind of what it looks like. Okay, so one other thing we need to do before we get started pulling this boy apart and cleaning it out is to make sure that the power is off. Obviously, that would be a problem. So what we're going to do, we're just open the box, and you can see up here that it has just a pull tag there. You want to make sure mine said on off, it's upside down. Just keep track of when you pull yours out, but basically you just yank on that and pull it out, and it's just a little metal clip. If I turn this around here, where is it? There you go. Kind of see it's just a metal clip that makes the connection between the power and the air conditioner, right? So no big deal, but with it taken out, then there's no power and you're free to clean up on the inside. So make sure you do that. Here we go. So here's our unit. Obviously the top and the sides. I didn't actually know how the whole thing worked, but now I kind of do. Jen, lift that up for me, would you please? Okay, so you can see in here, I had no idea how this was actually put together. But in fact, it's really just a great big air conditioning unit. If you come down here really close, you'll see that this is just a grate of all things. So it's kind of interesting. So I've done some clean out in here, and you can obviously that it just has a big fan on it. Okay, Jen, put the fan back down. So then it just takes a bunch of little screws. Jen, over here, please. It takes just a bunch of screws basically to get this to go. But you can see here how much stuff was on the side of this. It couldn't breathe at all. It just was completely clogged. And so now I'm going along with just a house vac and cleaning it out. You can see what it's supposed to look like over here. Obviously, it's just like a big radiator on a car. And so without cleaning it out, it's got a problem. And then down here, Jen, it had some mouse issues, as to be expected. So I just got done cleaning that out, and I'll clean out the rest. You can see the coils over there on the side, and the coils go through, which is the coolant that gets sucked in, and then obviously pulling the wind through it gets it to give our coolant. So not perfect, but it's going to be a whole heck of a lot better by the time I'm done, and it will just look good. And yeah, pretty straightforward. A bunch of little bolts just along the bottom and along the top to loosen the gate. And once those are out, the whole thing kind of just collapses, and you clean it up and put it back together again, and voila. That's kind of just, I'm not messing with a Freon. I haven't had a problem with Freon, so I'm not going to do anything with that. I could recharge it, but I really don't need to at this point. So anyway, that's what it looks like. Kind of fascinating. Okay, so stuff we're going to need. Tools. It's really nice to have some kind of a power wrench, because you got quite a few little screws to undo, and I've just got the head on mine because it makes it a lot easier. I'm not trying to hit a hex or a straight edge. You just grab the header part. You're going to need obviously shop backs, clean things out. I had a blower out here too, because at times you're going to need to just blow stuff out. So I've cleaned it up some. You can see it looks a lot better than what it did before. Those grates are really, really sensitive. You can see down there, there's a little bit of a dent there. You can dent these really easily, so you should use a brush, right? So we're talking a brush on the end of that guy right there. Get over there, you can see him there. Right, so if you use one of those, it's gonna work, but they clog if you have a lot of junk on it. So anyway, looks lots better. I'm gonna close it down now, put the bolts back in, put the lid back on, and then we'll be good to go. Like that. Okay, all back working again. Excellent.